In other business news, uncertainty remains over how long South Africa will benefit from the AGOA trade agreement with the U.S. Following recent diplomatic and geopolitical tensions. Some feedback on the country's engagements with the U.S. is expected this morning from Gauteng Economic Development MEC Tasneem Motara. She led a trade mission to Washington just before the BRICS summit last month. Business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo joins us to take us through what is expected. Ntokozo, the highlights of expectations are from this debrief. What are they likely to be?
Good morning, Dumisang. Well, I am out at the Investor Safe building in Sandton, and rightfully so, just on the back of that U.S. trade mission that MEC Motara and other business people went to in the U.S. to really kind of improve those trade relations. And a key focus area has really been about the role that special economic zones play in helping to drive those investment opportunities and get foreign companies to set up shop in South Africa. And to just help us set the scene of some of the discussions that were taking place with those U.S. counterparts, I am now joined by AGOA, who is the CEO of the VAL Special Economic Zone. Thank you for talking to us, AGOA. Now, you were part of that delegation that was over in the U.S., and it was actually just before the BRICS summit. Talk us through what were some of the discussions, especially in context of AGOA, that were taking place, the kind of conversations you were having.
Well, the first thing to emphasize is that the U.S. remains a significant partner to South Africa. There are a lot of U.S. companies that are invested in South Africa, many of them for many years, for decades. You know, if you think about Ford, for example, most people, often do not recognize how much American Ford is as an investment, but there are many others. So the purpose of the trip was to try and rekindle those relationships, identify specific opportunities that American companies, that trade and investment between South Africa and the U.S. can be enhanced.
Now, Gauteng specifically is the largest economy in South Africa. I know MEC Motara has been quite focused on those special economic zones. Talk us through the VAL Special Economic Zone. What sectors it's focusing on? What kind of investments it's looking to attract, not only from the U.S., but also from other BRICS nations that we do trade and do business with?
So the VAL SEZ is a multi-sector, multi-site SEZ located in the Citibank District Municipality. So all the three local municipalities have made available land that is suitable for the establishment of a special economic zone. This is Mid-Vaal, Mfuleni, as well as Lesedi. In the context of a wide area such as the Citibank District, you have to look at clustering of the industries. So you will find that in the Mfuleni area, we would have what we call a Hydrogen Valley Innovation Hub, where anything to do with the green hydrogen and the manufacture of renewable components, solar PV, and other elements of the decarbonization of industry for competitiveness purposes will be located. What you will find in Mid-Vaal is a variety of things, also in the energy space, but also in agro-processing and other light manufacturing. In Lesedi, you'll find a cluster around the aerospace and defense industries, and also some agro-processing.
Kola, thank you for helping us set the scene on what we will hear out of MEC or MEC's office, that is the Gauteng Office for Economic Development, MEC Motara, who will give details on some of the outcomes from that trade mission, and of course hear a little bit more on those special economic zones and the investments that they are attracting. Dumisang, I will be updating a little bit later on this morning. It's back to you in studio.
Ntokozo Khumalo, business reporter, they will have rolling coverage of those outcomes pertaining to AGOA, as well as the recent trade mission that was embarked on by the portfolio structures of finance in Gauteng to the U.S.